Good job, YouTube.
It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And we're underway here in South Philly. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
I got a grape slushy with nerds, but they ain't give you many nerds. That's whatever. Yeah. Burnt toast Nike.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Tua to open with a throw. That is hard. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
When we had a chance to talk to the coach the other day, what did he tell us, Mike? He said, I want to come out and be aggressive right from the start. And with that big shot downfield here early, I think it's pretty safe to say that's exactly what they have done. Now the key is, can they turn that explosive play into an opening drive touchdown and really get off to a fast start?
And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down. In motion, it's Waddle. On play action, it's Tagovailoa.
Get through that.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
That one intercepted.
Go. All the way.
Picked off by Nakobe Dean.
Don't stop.
Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
Need it.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie, here's Devon Achane. And this play's going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. Off play action, it's Tua. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
3rd and long. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Hill brought in motion. They are going for it. It's Tagovailoa taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long. To the air again, Tagovailoa. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. We'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
Again, it's Tua. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, the guy playing center field, the guy back there watching it all, had all the eyes on him, takes the interception, and goes all the way, Greg, for a very impressive touchdown.
Yeah, Mike, and I just think the quarterback just locked in on his receiver the entire way. And as you said, that center fielder sitting back there, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes. And once he got his hands on that ball, it was nothing but green grass the other way for the pick six.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
I think all of us up here in the booth were curious, how is this quarterback going to bounce back following the pick six? And a lot of guys come back and they're very conservative and they just want to dink and dunk because they're scared to throw another pick. Well, we found out pretty quickly. Not this guy. He's going to continue to attack the ball downfield, and he's looking to make big plays any chance he gets. I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Tua to throw again. Right back to Hill. He's got it again. Down the sideline. And he's into the end zone. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Golly, I'm not even going to type it. I was going to type it.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Let's go, Walt. Go, get out of there.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play.
I just be throwing it, hoping to get an interception. But there is one pass, but it's like 50-50. That's my favorite. My favorite play in the game is...
Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Hurts.
It's up in the middle. That's me.
That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's taken in by Dotson. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Oh my God.
A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So they take the shot downfield, and it's caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Hurts will try it again. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Play action. Tagovailoa.
No, I don't have to.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive. You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
They're going to go. It's Tua. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On play action, here's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On play action, Hurts. And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop with just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look.
Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland.
All right, so that's consecutive drives now. You've come out here and thrown interceptions. I think at this point, Mike, it's time to run the ball. It's time to give this offense a little bit of a reset, settle this quarterback down. And if nothing else, let's cool off this secondary. They are flying to the ball. They are taking chance after chance. Let's remove them from the defense for a while, make them defend the run, and let's get our offense back on track.
The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua.
Oh my God!
He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half.
Bro. This shit.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Yeah. Oh my God.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive.
Yeah.
And a short pickup to about the 30.
I was like, what the? Oh my God. Don't worry, man. I was just as lost as you. When I first heard, I'm like, who is that?
Here's 2nd and 9.
I got hit with it right there. I was like, oh, I guess.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
That's complete. Tight end Goddard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Running from the pistol with Barkley. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for an Eagles 1st down. On the handoff, this is Barkley. Woo! And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. Hurts now. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
Throwing is Hurts. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the 2-point conversion. That is incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, Malik Washington. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
What's that? What's that? That's today?
Here's 1st and 10.
4 and what? It's just open. How much is it?
Hill brought in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Tua. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, They're lucky it hasn't been.
He works free, right side. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Miami. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins are able to edge a bit closer. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Tyrel Dodson.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Now a first down throw for Tua. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And a short pickup down to the 21. Look him up on a second down and 8. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They'll run the toss to Barkley.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
He pulls it in around the 5. To the goal line and in. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Please don't quit. Yep, he quit. I knew it. He waited till the last minute.